So Elizabeth Warren got caught on video here from, I guess, the National News, whoever this is. I haven't even heard of these people. Well, they got 1.1 million followers, so I guess it's my loss. The world has borders, our stories don't. Global, Middle East, North Africa, and UAE News. Okay, Middle East explained. There you go. So it's not really a U.S. outlet, which is why I did not know who they are. But anyway, so I guess she went to the Supreme Court to join the protesters who were there after we got the news that they're going to overturn Roe versus Wade. And this is an interesting video for a number of reasons. So first of all, you're going to see her voice is shaky. It sounds like she's crying or on the brink of crying. And towards the end of the video, she starts getting heckled. So let's watch and then I'll react.
How are you feeling?
I am angry.
Angry and upset?
Angry and upset and determined. The United States Congress can keep Roe versus Wade the law of the land. They just need to do it.
I've never seen you so angry. You seem to be...
This is...
By the way, the House of Representatives actually has passed a bill to codify Roe versus Wade. The Senate has not taken it up. And if they do take it up, they definitely don't have the 60 votes that they need to get it through because the filibuster exists. And even if they were to do an exception to the filibuster on this issue and only need 51 votes, you still might not be able to get Manchin because Manchin is pro-life. Amazing how the Democrats always end up running into a brick wall. They are so ineffectual as a party, it's absurd. Because we're talking about not just stalling or stagnating on the path in the right direction. Now we're talking about rolling back the clock, and they're still totally ineffectual.
But the Republicans have been working toward this day for decades. They have been out there plotting, carefully cultivating these Supreme Court justices so they could have a majority on the bench who would accomplish something that the majority of Americans do not want. 69% of people across this country, red states and blue states, old people and young people, want Roe versus Wade to maintain as the law of the land.
You heard that person? You want to dismantle children, bro? By the way, she's right about the numbers here. The highest number I've seen is about 70%. The lowest I've seen is 58%. Strong majority of the country wants Roe v. Wade to stay intact. So it's only 19% of the country, according to Pew Research, that believes abortion should be illegal in all circumstances. And with Roe being rolled back in over 20 states in the country, it will be illegal in all circumstances. So anyway, let's keep watching. I think the guy heckles some more.
We need to do that, and we have a right. Extremists, we've heard enough from the extremists.
You heard that? Dismantling 3,000 children in the womb every single day. So let me tell you guys this. When you hear these numbers that are cited by the pro-life folks, understand they are total bullshit. Because the Guttmacher Institute has looked into this in detail. And what they found is that it's a super tiny percentage of abortions are post-viability and or late-term abortions. The overwhelming majority of them happen before 20 weeks, and still a majority of them happen before 12 weeks. It's like 98% that happen relatively early in the pregnancy. So this idea is just preposterous. You're not talking about late-term abortions in most circumstances. You're not talking about baby who's going to be born tomorrow or something. That's a super rare thing that it's late. And by the way, a lot of states have regulations against late-term abortion because Roe versus Wade allows you to regulate after viability. So when they say stuff like that, it's totally misleading. You want to murder babies. You want to, dismember babies. It's total nonsense. So here's Elizabeth Warren. She's sort of tearing up. She's getting heckled. She's talking about how I'm mad, I'm determined. The Republicans were systemic in how they approach this. Yeah, and what did you guys do to stop it? Democrats. I know what Ruth Bader Ginsburg didn't step down in 2013 or 2014 when Obama could have replaced her and died under Trump, and then Trump was able to pick a replacement. That's what she did. In fact, I got pissed off earlier and I tweeted something. So Sean Patrick Maloney said, Democrats, we're angry and hurt, I know, but it's not about filibuster, size of the court, or what the Senate hasn't passed. It's about Republicans, not us. We can save our freedoms, but it's November, stupid. It was the stupid at the end that sent me, man. That pissed me off so much. It's just vote harder, bro. But people did vote for you. They did vote for you. They did! Right now, the Democrats have the House, the Senate, and the presidency. Under Obama, they had a supermajority. And we got Dickie McGee's axe for it. They didn't codify Roe. They could have codified Roe. They didn't codify Roe. You could try to codify Roe right now. You're not doing it. So, of course, I responded. Remember when RBG refused to step down and multiple Dem presidents had supermajorities and said they would codify Roe and didn't? When Hillary lost to a demented game show host? When a West Virginia senator who votes 50% with Republicans cucked Dems and they didn't fight back? Do some shit, and then you can come whine on Twitter. It's like they never do anything, and then they just whine and berate people to vote. Well, I would have much more of an open mind if you berate me to vote after you actually did some shit, after you actually succeeded in a single fucking fight. But they don't. They don't succeed in any fights, and they're like, you should have voted for us harder. I just told you, we had a supermajority under Obama. He said he was going to codify Roe versus Wade, and he didn't. That's not the voters' fault. That's your fault. You don't do your goddamn job when you're in there. You don't do the things that you say you're going to do, the things that you're supposed to do. And now, everything goes to shit, and you're like, vote, stupid. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, I can't. All right, well, there you go. Elizabeth Warren crying, getting heckled by a psychopath, and that's about all we're going to get from Democrats. They'll hold, mental health meetings on how they're psychologically tortured at the fact that Roe got reversed, and that's about all we'll get. Might get another, couple protests in front of the Supreme Court or something, might have some really strongly worded statements be released, but they're not going to do anything. Not going to do anything. And you know what? Despite all that, Sean Patrick Maloney is going to get his wish. The Democrats were poised to have a historic trouncing in the midterms. And then now there's a chance they'll still probably lose, but they won't lose by as much as we all thought they were going to lose by and what the numbers showed they would lose by. This actually was a big political gift to the Democrats. So I think, low-key, I really think behind the scenes, a lot of them are kind of somewhat happy about this. I really do think that. Because they certainly weren't going to drive up their poll numbers by doing shit. Because they're not doing shit. Biden wasn't going to do it by legalizing marijuana or cutting another stimulus check or eliminating student loan debt. There's talk that he might do something on student loans, but it'd probably be about 10,000, not 50,000, or eliminating it, and it would be means tested. But he wasn't going to do anything that would really put a dent in it. This kind of helped them. So I think that low-key, they're probably kind of happy about it. But, you know who shouldn't be happy? You. You shouldn't be happy. Because now we're actively rolling back gains that we previously made, which is devastating. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal, Kyle, and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.